Hey everyone, it's Stamp Ventures with Shauna. Welcome to my Tuesday tutorial at around 8 o'clock or so. I'm just getting set up here. I'm going to see if I can find my link on the iPad. I'm a few minutes late as I was just doing a tutorial with my team, and I was showing them how they are able to create a host code so that they can have a smaller order. Got to turn the volume down. There we go. How they can create a smaller order, and then a month later they can add to that order and still receive host rewards, even though those two orders are smaller than $200. It's something good to know when you're a demonstrator. And actually, as a customer, you could also ask me to create a host code for you, and then you could split up. You could do a little bit of shopping 1 month, and then up to 30 days later you can do another little bit of shopping, and when the totals of the two come to $200 or more, you'd be able to pick out host rewards as well. So that's just something to keep in mind. But today I'm going to be using some of this product to create a card. And so the Floral Essence stamp set, the Perennial Essence paper, and some of these dies that are from the Holiday Catalogue that starts tomorrow. And I've been wanting to play with these because I've seen some lovely things made with them. And so I'll be, starting with those in just a few minutes. But before I begin that, I need a weather word of the day. And I would have to say that today was absolute perfection, and it was a beautiful day for the kids to go back to school. They didn't have to deal with any crappy weather or rain or whatever. A friend and I went for a walk, and we were walking down in the park downtown. It was just lovely, Crescent Park. So oh, I'm glad you like those dies too. Yes, Susan, I've just used them just today so far, and I'm really enjoying them. And I should have had a funny for you today, and I have a whole bunch saved to the computer, and I forgot to print them off. So I'm not even going to try because I'm really bad at jokes and things like that. So we'll just carry on without it. I'm sure there'll be something at some point that you'll be able to laugh quite well at. I'm always doing silly things. Okay, the other thing I'm going to do before I get into my card is I'm going to share some of the things that I think in the Holiday Catalog that are going to go into back order. And some of you may have seen a video that I shared earlier today that was done by Jan Wakeland, and she kind of gave her top 10 hoard-worthy items, she called them, things that she thinks may go into back order from this catalog. And I pretty much agree with a lot of the things that she shared. And well, why did they go into back order? I guess first of all, Stampin' Up! Doesn't have a crystal ball that tells them exactly how much of everything that they need, and they can't afford, especially when it's another manufacturer, a foreign manufacturer who's making things for them overseas, to get an unlimited supply. They have to cap it. It has to be able to fit in their storage facility and whatnot. So there will be things that will go on back order, and probably some things that will sell out. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I think will sell out, and if any of them are important to you, you could definitely do some shopping early tomorrow morning, because tomorrow is September 4th and the Holiday Catalog will go live tomorrow morning. I think I heard somebody say, is it at 3 in the morning that the catalog is going live? Sue, am I right on that? Maybe you've heard a time for when this catalog goes live tomorrow? Anyways, if you are doing some online shopping, you are welcome to use this host code. Online orders over $90 that use the host code, I will send you 8 6x6 inch sheets of red glimmer paper in the mail as a thank you for your order. And Sue says yes. So like 3 a.m. tomorrow morning, we can start ordering from this. And I'm actually like, I probably won't be at 3 a.m., but I'm planning to get up pretty early and get my order in because I want to get our prizes for Stampo. And well, I think some of the prizes that we'll be getting are some of the good things. So here are some of the good things that I think will go over quite well. First of all, there's some new, Tamara confirmed it was 3, thank you. There's some new metallic inks. I got the copper one, but there's also silver and there's gold, and I haven't, to be honest, I haven't used mine yet, but again, Jan Wakelin, who has used hers, said she was really happy with them. She thinks in her 23 years of being a demonstrator that these are the best metallic inks that she's seen. So keep that in mind. They might not go in back order right away, but they could over time if they're quite popular. Okay. Some other things, well, you've heard me talk about this before, and here I can actually show it to you in live time. This is the Advent calendar box, and you know, I'm just gonna grab my scissors and cut it open. I've still got the plastic on mine. There, I'll get it started. The neat thing about this Advent countdown calendar, not only can it count down to how many different days that you're, anticipating. So it might be like the 24 days before Christmas, or the 24 days before Halloween, or the 24 days before you go on to your trip to Disney. I've seen people show how you can take this box out and you could have the one side decorated, say for Christmas, and all the papers to decorate it are pretty much right in here for Christmas. They come in the package. I'm gonna pop one out here. They're all nicely shaped and everything, like you just lay them on, and there's one right there, you can see. Yeah, just like that. But there's all kinds of different designs. Here are some of them, and then there's bows and numbers and plastic all over, and I'm sticking to things. There's bows and numbers and little foil banners and all kinds of fun things to decorate with. Oh, the Delicata inks dry quickly too. That's good to know, Sue. And then what's really neat is you can pull the box out, and you can turn it around and you can decorate the other side. So you'd have a second countdown calendar. And then Jan Wakelin was showing how she could take, and if she punched really hard with her circle punch, and she might have had to just help it a little bit with her scissors in there, she could decorate a third side and a fourth side. So you can get tons of mileage out of this countdown calendar box, and it's nice and sturdy, and I think it's going to be a really hot seller. Lots of teachers and moms and different people like that are going to be wanting to do these for Christmas. So this is something that if you're thinking of getting it, you want to order right away. So, okay, I've showed you the countdown calendar and the Delicata metallic ink. Here's another thing that I'm gonna bet like $50 on, that this paper, which is the Feels Like Frost designer series paper, is going to sell out. It's absolutely stunning. It's got photorealism of all kinds of frosty pictures. So it could be Christmas, it also could be like late fall, it could be January, February. So it's not just Christmas. And then on the other side, it's gorgeous white and silver foil. So between the people, demonstrators who are doing product shares, and and just other people, well, demonstrators who are using this in their classes and for kits, and then other people who just love it. I'm pretty sure this paper, well, I shouldn't say it's going to sell out. It will definitely go on back order is all I can say. So just keep that in mind. It's going to be popular as well. Just getting a few things out of the way here. Hopefully I'm not taking my stuff with it that I wanted to show you for the card making. Oh, I meant to show you the picture that goes with the countdown. I'm falling apart here with the countdown project kit. That's what it looks like when you've decorated it with all the pieces that are a part of the kit. Ooh, that's kind of shiny, but you get the idea. So there it is for Christmas, but you can do it for so many other things using all four sides of those boxes. Okay, this die that I'm going to be using today for the card that I'm making, there's a chance that maybe it could sell out too. It's in the same suite as this paper that I just showed you. So it's that Feels Like Frost suite. These are the dies. Again, the dies are made in a foreign country, so it's a little bit harder for Stampin' Up! To replace them. It takes longer to get new ones into their distribution facility. In case you're wondering what the stamp set is that goes with it, it looks like this. The stamp set, Stampin' Up! Manufactures all those themselves, so they are able to turn around and manufacture more of them fairly quickly. So if it happened to go on back order, it would be for a very short time. But the dies and the punches and accessories like that are made elsewhere, they can sometimes take longer to get in. So that's going to be a really popular suite, and you may want to keep that one in mind. Something else that could very well go into a back order situation is this, trying to remember what's this called. I have to look at the name. Let It Snow Specialty Designer Series paper. And I don't know if you can see the frost. You're probably just getting a really bad glare right now. There's a textured frost on a lot of the snowmen. It's really pretty and cute. And then there's a snowman builder punch that goes with this, and a really cute snowman stamp set. This is going to be a super popular suite of products. So I'd be keeping my eye on that because that could go into back order as well. And one more package of paper that everybody's been oohing and awing over this for a while with the beautiful copper is the Brightly Gleaming. So this one could easily go into back order too. There's a couple more things that I can't show you that Jan Wakelin predicted that might go into a back order situation. One of them is a kit where you make tags. And I'm trying to think if there's like 24 tags. So it comes in a really nice red box, and you can use it to store your tags, or you could actually wrap a Christmas gift in it. But cute tags. It includes a stamp set and everything with it. And the other thing that Janet was wondering about was the mini curvy keepsake box. So we used to have a larger curvy keepsake box, and now we have a mini curvy keepsake box. And I guess just from, like, if you have been watching blogs and Facebook posts and whatnot lately, people have been popping up all over the place showing different things that they can do with this. And so you know that that's going to be a big seller once people are showing all the cool things that you can do with it. And it'll be popular for the craft season, those who are vendors at craft fairs and those that kind of thing. Or if you need, 24 for your child's class of little treats. It's just one whole die, takes just under 6 by 6 inch by 6 inch piece of paper, slip it through the Big Shot, and no adhesive to put it together. So it's going to be really popular and hardworking item from the Holiday Catalog. Okay, I'm going to show you quick. I'm doing product shares differently this fall. Instead of doing like all paper or all embellishments, I'm doing shares from a suite that are all coordinating. So I've got some 8.5 by 11 papers. There's 2 sheets of each, and those coordinate with the designer series paper. So this here's Monster Bash, and then I've got not a whole spool or a whole package, but I've got like a quarter of a package of the element. What are those called? The little kind of decorative elements. I can't think of their names right now. And a quarter of the spool of the scalloped ribbon. And oh, this is the last thing that I was going to say, is that these coffin boxes, people who are making treats and whatnot, they actually can hold quite a bit. I think you could get several of those little treat-sized candy bars in there. Okay, so I'm talking about 2 things at once. That's not helping you out. Okay, the coffin boxes comes in packs of what? I think there are 12 of them or something, and you just fold them together. I used my liquid glue. They were super easy. Oh, thank you, Melanie. Enamel shapes. Yay! There we go, enamel shapes. The coffin boxes, they'll sell out, and there's no point in getting them when they're on back order because they probably won't get them until after Halloween. Halloween's going to come up really quickly, so order those right away. But if you happen to order my product share of the Monster Bash, you'll get a little coffin box with your ribbon and embellishments in it. So there's the Monster Bash product share. I'm doing a brightly gleaming product share, and I won't take everything out of here, but you can just see some of it. There's again 6 pieces of 8.5 by 11 paper, and there are the embellishments, and yes, you will get a gold pizza box with your share of the embellishments in it. Yeah, can I remember the name of this suite? This is the fall one. This is the Come Together suite. It has the beautiful fall paper, fall colors. There's some of those colors there. And another gold pizza box with some ribbon and some wooden elements in fall themes. And again, the gold pizza box comes with the product share. I've got 3 more, and then I'll be on to the card that I'm going to make for today. So this is the, I think it's called Wrapped in Plaid. And this one has the beautiful plaid paper that has the gold. Oh, can you hear the jingle bells? Has some of the gold stripes going through the papers. And of course, another gold pizza box. And some jingle bells and the shaded spruce ribbon that has the gold running through the center of it. Okay, 2 more product shares to show you. By the way, I need to know if you want to be in on any of these product shares by this Saturday. Yeah, Saturday, because if I wait too long, some of this stuff, like I said, is going to go onto back order, and then I won't be able to get it for quite a long time. Oh, here's the snowman papers with all the glitters. Oh, and I'm throwing in some of the the red glimmer paper in with that as well, because that picks up in the real red that's in the paper. And there's the curly red, real red ribbon. This is super soft. It feels like a scarf, and of course you could glue it onto the snowman to make his scarf, or around the moose's neck if you get the moose punch. Janet Wakeland thought that the moose punch might go on back order too. I don't know. I think she thinks that everybody in Moose Jaw is going to buy a moose punch. I think maybe that's why. I'd be surprised that down in her part of the country that the moose punch would be big, but you never know. And the last one, this is the Feels Like Frost product share. So there's like that Purple Posy, Seaside Spray, Smoky Slate, and then here's oh, what was this called again? The mercury glass acetate. Actually, there's supposed to be like a really thin layer of plastic that you peel off of this before you use it. If you just glue it down like this, it won't stick. It'll peel off of your card because there is a thin layer of plastic there. But there's those beautiful papers again. I was kind of showing both sides of them here, the silver side and the photorealistic side. And then there's the beautiful metallic Seaside Spray ribbon. So those are my product shares that I've got going on, and like I said, I need to know by September 6th at the very latest which one you'd like to get on so I can get those ordered. Okay, done with that, I will get on to today's card. This is going to be quick because I've actually done all the stamping and all the die cutting before I went live, so we'll be able to do this quickly, but showing you an idea of how to use those frosted framelits and how I'm pairing them with something that's not wintry and not frosty, the Floral Essence and this Perennial Essence paper, which also reminds me that starting tomorrow, or did it start already? Maybe it starts tomorrow. Anyways, yeah, if it hasn't already started, then it will start tomorrow. Stampin' Up! Is doing their annual catalog paper sale where you buy 3 packages of designer paper and you can get a 4th package free. I think this might be on the sale. And any of you who are still watching, maybe Susan or Melanie, maybe you can confirm that. But that'll be, I think, part of the paper sale. Okay, so I've got a regular base of the card, just the half sheet of cardstock, and here's my Perennial Essence paper. Oh, okay, I need a new glue. That one had none left in it. Okay, let's see if this one works. Oh, I'm sorry, I have to put glue on you and glue you down. Your beautiful flowers. I'm so sorry, but next time I'll use the other side, I promise. I decided that I'd use this particular piece of the designer paper because with the deeper colors, I thought it would work for fall. Oh, thanks, Melanie. You think that that's part of the sale too. Okay. All right, so I've got my layer of designer paper. Now I have taken this outside frame with all the foliage and bits, and I've cut it out with vellum, just our plain white vellum. And the middle of this is going to be covered with more cardstock, so I'm just going to put a bunch of glue in the middle. I don't have to worry that it's going to show because, oh my goodness, might need to grab another adhesive. That one's not doing so well. So I'm going to glue this as best I can towards the center of my card, something like that. All right, and I mentioned that, oh, okay, I have another piece that I'm going to glue over top. Oh, and look, I've already stamped it. That's the words, "All days are beautiful that begin with you." I stamped it with the Versamark and sprinkled it with the silver embossing powder and heat set it. But before I glue this on, I'm going to glue some other pieces of foliage on. And I noticed that, okay, that kind of looks like a snowflake, and that's kind of a snowflake too. But if I sort of cover up bits and pieces of it, I could use this as a fall card, and I don't think it would look snowy at all. So there's another die that has 2 sort of leafy things, and okay, I did have 2 of them at one point. Where did the other one go? There it is. Okay, so I cut out those 2 leafy things. They cut out in one pass, and I cut them out of the vellum, the colored vellum that coordinates with this Perennial Essence Designer Series paper. And I'm just gonna take a glue dot. I'm gonna glue these, stick a glue dot at the end of the branch. Actually, I'm gonna glue those second. I cut out 2 other sets of leaves, still using that colored vellum. And these ones I just punched out with the leaf punch, this one. And So I'm going to create a little bit of sprigs of things. And with these sprigs, I'm just going to strategically cover up the snowflakes. So you might see the odd little branch of the snowflake sticking out, but really it could just be this branch of another leaf. Okay, so there I've got those, and then I'm going to make it a little bit fuller. Let's see, how was I think I was going to do something like this to create a little more foliage there, and one more. Oh, I don't know, something like that. Okay, now I'm going to glue this down, and I'm going to cover up those glue dots that I put at the end. I'm going to grab another adhesive because I don't think that one that I was using was working all that well for me. Okay, I'm going to get some good glue on this one because I'm going to be wanting to hold the little ends of the foliage down just a little bit better. So I'm going to put that, and I guess I could use dimensionals for this too, but I've got a flower that I'm going to adhere to the card, so I think I'm going to save the dimensionals for the flower. Okay, something like that. Okay, now I've taken Balmy Blue and I've stamped two of these little flower petals onto Balmy Blue with the Blueberry Bliss ink, and I've punched them out with the Perennial Flower Punch. Now, I have been having lots of fun making three-dimensional flowers, and some of you who attended a couple of my classes in August would have had a chance to make these at the class, and I'll show you here in the video for those of you who didn't get a chance. This is how I like to do my flowers and give them just a little bit of dimension, and it just adds a little, I don't know, a little spring to the card, a little a special touch. So the first thing I do is I put my thumb in the middle and I bend the petal up towards me. Once I've bent it up towards me, I take my bone folder and I curl it back like that. Oh, Melanie, just saw your question. The team meeting with Canada Dale was great. We had lots of fun. Yes, Dale, it was so fun to see him, and he didn't have any special announcements or anything. He just wanted to see what was happening and what we were working on and how we kind of run our team gatherings. Same thing with this one here. Bend up and curl back. You can do this with the daisy punches too. You have to be a little bit more careful that you don't, when you're curling like this, that you don't pull those smaller, thinner daisy petals off, but they look absolutely amazing when you do them that way. Okay, so I'm gonna put two of these perennial flowers together just with the glue dot to start with. I'm gonna stand up here to see if I'm sort of getting them lined up, something like that. And now I'm gonna use the dimensional here and like that. And just about done my card. I need one last thing. I'm gonna kind of balance that down here with the words up there. And my last item is a clear faceted gem. I'm gonna use the biggest one. As you can see, I've actually got one colored here that I colored with a Sharpie marker. They color really well. If you wanna put this card in the mail, then you might not want to curl your petals. And you might not want to use a clear faceted gem, but what you could do to get it still silver and sparkly to kind of go along with the silver embossed words is you could take a really small circle punch and punch out some silver glimmer paper, and that would look nice too. But there is a card, and it doesn't say so much spring to me because it's got really deep colors. I think you could get away with giving this to somebody at fall, and you can't really see that there might have been a snowflake back there. It's just yeah, beautiful foliage and a fun way to create with those new frosted framelits dies. And yes, you could put a bunch of rhinestones in the middle too. Like our rhinestones are quite a bit smaller than the center of the flower, but yeah, if you put several in the middle, that would be that would balance that out fairly nicely. I'm sure there are a lot of different things you could use too. And then there's also our yellow flower centers, which are kind of interesting, and they look so realistic. That's what I like about those. So I hope you enjoyed the idea for this card and a way of using our beautiful Perennial Essence paper. Make sure you use up your designer paper and love it to pieces. And you can look forward to being able to order this set of dies and lots of other wonderful things starting tomorrow with the Holiday Catalog. So thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by. And on Friday, I'm going to be having a couple of videos that I'll do with you just to kick off the Holiday Catalog season. And one of them will be a walkthrough of the Holiday Catalog. I'll actually be able to show you what's inside the Holiday Catalog and not just talk about the cover. So you can watch for that on Friday. So thanks, everyone. Bye for now.